Hey everyone, this is my account with about 5,500 hours on it. I don't really care that much for hours. I'm the type of person where every time I have a selection of games, I'll always pick 2 or 3 at most, and then I just put thousands of hours into them. Minecraft, Warframe, GTA 5, those are the only ones off the top of my head, but I'm the type of person to spend thousands of hours in a game, so it's only natural that when I find a game like this, I haven't completed nearly that much content in the game. Like, my collection log, I have less than a third of every potential item. I do have most of the achievement diaries done. I'm only missing Desert Treasure 2, and I've not done any of the combat tasks. I'm the kind of player where I just like to play what I find fun, and if I don't find a certain piece of content fun, I just literally won't play it. I just don't give a shit. So I don't really have any kind of goal for this account. I've already pretty much... let's face it, I have Vorky. That was my goal. That was my main goal, was getting Vorky and getting a max cape. So I've already completed those main 2 goals. At one point, I did have a quest cape. Where is it? Yeah, no, I have a quest point cape. I got it back when Dragon Slayer 2 was first a thing, so that was when it was a lot easier. But all I'd have to do is complete Desert Treasure 2, and then I'd have it right back, so I'm not too worried about it. I am tempted to complete Desert Treasure 2, I just don't have the time currently to do it, because I'm the type of person where I like to do it all in one sitting, and it doesn't feel good if I don't get to do that, and it's not quite the weekend yet. I'm doing this on a weekday, so... This is going to be more of a series where I like to rant, I like to just yap and talk, and... This is kind of more of like a background thing, if anything. However, the thing that I am doing is I'm going to be crafting wrath runes. I've already got a full setup. I've already crafted so many. I've crafted so many wrath runes. I have a stack here that I was selling. If I go on to my notes here, I've made just over 100 mil on these so far, like just in keeping track of them. So currently I'm going for the rune crafting pet. Funny enough, you wouldn't think that because I'm doing wrath runes. You think I'd just be farming this for money? Nah, I'm only farming this because it's debatably the most profitable rune crafting method outside of like Bloods and Natures, but I want the most amount of GP per hour that I can get. And this is how I'm going to do that. It's really simple. Also, my boy just getting goddamn drops. Which, foo fact, that's where the ZR comes from, ZR, but it's a very simple method. You do need 95 rune crafting in Dragon Slayer 2, but it's nearly 3 mil an hour for mains, which that's what this account is, so that's what I'm gonna be doing.
Damn fine fight y'all put up.
Yeah, GG easy, knuckleheads.
What in the same hell did...
Yeah, GG's uninstalled.
I think one thing that would probably be the most fitting for me to kind of rant about to begin with is overnight. People who sleep during the day, stay awake at night, and they have a full-time job at night. I'm not talking just neats, people who just have horrible sleeping schedules, people who just literally don't know when to go to bed, so they will just go to bed whenever they feel like it. No. I'm talking about people who sleep during the day, are awake during the night, and they have a very structured schedule. You go to sleep at a certain time every day, and you wake up at a certain time every day. But the biggest difference is that it's on a 12-hour flip. Now you might be noticing I'm a little rambly, I'm a little shaky, and multiple years of overnights is why. It shreds your brain. It completely ruins your brain. Like, the first thing that I always tell people, especially when it's people on the day side of the place that I work at, they will ask me what it's like to work night shifts, because I work night shifts full time. I work 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. every day, 5 days a week. I've done it for at least 3 years at this point. That's as far as I remember. But the first thing I always tell them is that if you have any underlying mental illnesses, anything like ADHD, autism, anything that's a problematic undiagnosed thing, when you work overnights, you're going to find out very quickly what you have. I'm switching this to this layout, so this is actually easier, so I'm not getting so much carpal tunnel from this. One thing a lot of people think about overnights is that it's this, like, the feeling that you get when you walk down the neighborhood at 2 in the morning, when everything's all pitch black, it's quiet, it's dark, nobody's awake. It's just you and whoever you're walking with, if you're walking with anybody, and it's honestly a magical feeling. And I will say, on your days off, when you are able to do that, you can, pretty much every single time you do it, it is like that. The walks are magical. However, you are tired all of the time, because you would think that after, I don't know, a year of going to bed at 1 p.m. every day, you'd think your brain would get used to it. But no, it's quite literally against your biology. You wake up with blue light and you go to sleep with red light. So the time you're supposed to be going to sleep, it is constantly berating your brain with blue light, waking you up constantly. So you're always sleeping, no matter how long you're doing this, you are always tired. You never get used to it. And it's disturbing how quickly you can flip back over to a day schedule. Like, if you start sleeping at night and then staying up during the day, like on a vacation or something, you'll be back to normal within a week. However, when you're going from daytime to overnights, it can easily take 3 weeks before you stop getting that like death feeling halfway through your shift, because your brain makes melatonin. For the first few weeks that you're dealing with this horrible feeling, that's your brain fully pumping in melatonin and then like literally not being able to anymore. So then you don't get any kind of, that's when the tired feeling goes away, is when your brain literally runs out. Melatonin, it's not dopamine. Yeah, hey, sorry for the intrusion, but it's editor me. Did you notice that? I legitimately thought that I thought I was saying dopamine that whole time, but I was saying melatonin. But in a split second, I just forget. I thought I was saying dopamine, so I immediately go to redo that whole thing, thinking I said dopamine when I was saying melatonin the whole time. Like, your brain gets fried.
No, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop!
Your brain creates melatonin to try to make you sleep. So then you're midway through your shift, you start getting that I've pulled an all-nighter death feeling, and that's because your brain's making melatonin, trying to get you to sleep. You basically just push all the way through that, and eventually you'll notice that the exhausted death feeling goes away. It's because your brain has run out of melatonin, and it's basically a squeezed dry little sponge. That's just yet another thing, another little complication that happens with your brain. You're making chemicals at the wrong goddamn times all the time. So not only is there all of the chemical, mental, and like social issues of just trying to exist while you're constantly fatigued to the point where you feel if you have ever been stoned or drunk in your life, you feel like that constantly. Not so much on the body end, but on the mind end, you always have brain fog. You can't remember anything. It's actually gotten really bad for me at this point. I don't remember basically anything at this point. It feels like full-on dementia at this point. I'm kind of at the point where I'm living day to day. Nothing's really sticking. Everything just like the stuff will happen during the day, and I just don't remember it. I couldn't tell you a single thing that happened yesterday besides I went to work, because I know I worked yesterday, so I must have gone to work. It's not because I actually remember going to work. It's a disturbing feeling when you literally just do not remember the day-to-day. And of course, you've got the social ramifications of that as well, where you start getting people who think that you just don't care or you're not paying attention. How the fuck are you supposed to explain to them every single day that you don't remember without sounding like an asshole at some point? Like, one thing that I was able to figure out while working overnights is that I most likely have ADHD. I haven't been diagnosed yet. I've been partially diagnosed by my medical practitioner, but he's not a professional in any means, and the best I've gotten is that he thinks I have ADHD. I'm on a fucking waiting list for a psychiatrist, so we'll see when that ever happens, if it does, but I'm 90% certain that I have it. My coworkers, I had a coworker / manager who was officially diagnosed with it, and he says that I have literally all the hallmark symptoms, exactly the same shit he has. So ADHD, which has a fucking issue with memories, with short-term memory, combined with the long-term memory killer that is sleeping during the day and staying up during the night. Brain fog is an understatement. It's just something I live with. And I swear to God, that's why these videos are so scatterbrained. It's because I'm scatterbrained. They're like, even when I write about stuff like, oh, you should remember this and shit, like, I will read the words and they'll just be straight up foreign. Like, people always think that working overnights is so easy. Like, you get to just run around, especially when it comes to, like, department stores, grocery stores. They think the overnight crew gets to run wild and just hang out all night. Nah. Chances are we're doing more work than the day crew is, because day crew has to take care of the fucking customers. We don't have to deal with customers, so we're just busting our ass, putting away all the boxes, putting away all the back-end freight and shit. So not only are you dealing with all the mental anguish of overnights, but it's also a very physically intensive job, so there's also the physical exhaustion on top of that. So you're experiencing brain fog, full body physical fatigue, and you're exhausted all the time. And then they sit there and wonder why you call in. They wonder why you always feel like shit. Why you're grumpy? Why are you always grumpy, huh? That's what the series is mostly just going to be about. Is like shit that's just agitating me. I'm just going to rant about it. I don't know if I want to make it political, but that's mostly just because I'm terrified of what people think of me. I'm too much of a pussy little bitch to be like, these are my thoughts, because when it comes to politics or opinions and drama and shit, there's always people like that you're gonna piss off. There's always people that's gonna disagree with you. And I'm really non-confrontational. I do not like fighting. I don't like arguing. Before this channel, well actually no, after this channel, I made a different channel, and it was about a thing called punditry. I was shitting on flat earthers, and I was making videos about idiots that I disagreed with. But then I found out really quickly that I absolutely hated doing that. I hated the idea of having to go find a video that I disagree with and piss me off, to then go and make a video about it. I have to expose myself to these thoughts that I hate, these thoughts that I disagree with. And I realized that the reason why was because I hate searching out controversy. I'm literally looking for a reason to be mad, and then I wondered why my brain didn't want that. So I stopped doing that. So if I start going into politics and drama and all that kind of shit, I'm just going to be repeating that, and I'm going to immediately start hating it. Like, I do not like fighting with people. I maybe like being on the sidelines with controversy and shit, but I'm gonna be real. If I got like a shitload of people coming at me, I'm gonna freak the fuck out, because I can't handle that kind of shit. So it's probably gonna be a mix of like shit that's annoying me plus whatever I'm doing, because like this shit, I'm just going for the rune crafting pet. It's annoying because I'd be preferring to do Guardians of the Rift over it. I don't get access to the normal rune crafting pet. It's a different Rift Guardian pet that you get, or what's the fucking pet called that you get from that? The little triangle fucker, where is he? I'm pretty sure it's the Abyssal Guardian? Abyssal Protector. So there's the Abyssal Protector and the Rift Guardian. When it comes to doing, I mean, everybody knows, Guardians of the Rift, you don't get access to the normal rune crafting pet. So because of that, you have to go to these altars. A lot of people just do the AFK blood runes, or the AFK soul runes, or they do the active blood runes, because you make a shitload more money if you want to do it actively, or you can do these if you've got the requirements like I do. I personally love doing these because it's like, you don't have to move your camera around, you don't have to move shit around. It's chill as fuck, and you could just sit here and grind away at this. There's no problem. I just like, I don't know what is good stuff to talk about. Every time I watch videos, I get an impression like, oh, I should be making those videos too. I should do that kind of stuff because they get views. No, you shouldn't be looking at shit like, you shouldn't be looking for views of what kind of stuff to do. Honestly, that's kind of why I'm just venting here, because at this point, I need somewhere to vent, because with overnights, there's no one for you to talk to. You've got your coworkers, and then outside of your coworkers, you got nothing. Like, you, on your days off, you wake up at 9 p.m., so day activities are already done, unless you want to do some stupid shit where you're waking up way before you should, or you're staying up or doing some stupid shit that's going to absolutely screw over your sleep. You don't want to do that. So what the hell do you do in current day in the middle of the night? This. You do this. Like, your social life is effectively nada, unless you have some kind of online social life. It's this weird, like, arbitrary, you're just kind of in the corner. You're trying to sleep during the day, so people, like, you can tell just how scatterbrained I am. I'm going all over the goddamn place. Especially if you have noisy neighbors, you can't complain whatsoever if you're trying to sleep during the day, because it's during the day. And not only that, the tables are turned on you, because should you make any noise in your normal hours, people can make complaints on you, and you can get noise complaints. Not even for being loud, just for talking. I haven't gotten any because my neighbors are chill, and I don't live in an apartment. I think it's fine to say. I live in a townhouse. I don't live in an apartment, so the only time I hear my neighbors is if they slam shit, which nobody does, so I got really chill neighbors. I don't have to worry about any of that shit, and I don't have to worry about them getting mad at me over talking, but even then, I don't talk at night. Like, it is the weirdest set of circumstances, because before, I was a little social butterfly. I loved talking to people. I loved socializing. Now I'm just this like wrinkled up, like, you get away from me. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to put effort into the socializing. Like, it's the weirdest thing. I don't know. Like, should anybody see this, which I doubt anybody will, because this channel's still just quiet, still tiny little channel I'm trying to build up. You want me to talk about stuff? I don't know. You can just let me know in the comments and I can talk about it, but I'm low-key tempted. I want to talk about drama shit, but I don't know. Like, I'm not the kind of person, like, I'm pretty oh, wow. I really... Y'all just saw that, right? I was paying so little attention. I just did a full run. Not even thinking. Yeah, I'm really paying attention. But I guess we can go back to RuneScape speak a little bit. Like, I've 16 and a half million runecrafting XP, and I still don't have the runecrafting pet. Like, I'm pretty sure I can say I'm dry because I did get a few million XP at places where you don't get a chance at the runecrafting pet. But that's only a few million XP, and a lot of people, about half of them, end up getting it by the time they get 13 million XP. So I'm kind of annoyed with the fact that I haven't gotten it yet. It's a pretty fucking boring pet, like, I'm gonna be honest. And I'd love to get it because then I can immediately just drop this, go right to Guardians of the Rift, get the cosmetic upgrade for it, and go for the other pet as well, get more collection log slots, because I'm 2 collection log slots away from getting 500 collection log slots. I'm super close. And what am I doing? I need 2 slots. And the most I can get from this is the pet, which is 1 slot. So I'm kind of putting my account on hold for this, but at the same time, I don't want to do other things because sailing is coming out and I'm going to lose this max cape. The max cape is insanely useful for this. It gives you both the crafting guild teleport and a home teleport for when you need to recharge your run energy. It saves me like I could just put the home skill cape and the crafting skill cape or whatever, but it makes the process a lot more annoying. And it's nice when it's just 2 capes. Like, I just have that. I just doop boop boop, and it's super simple. So now I've got like this like arbitrary deadline of like I need to get this pet before sailing comes out, but here I just went and I just took 3 months off this game because of this. I got so bored of this. I didn't want to do it anymore. I was playing other games. Like, I haven't done the Inferno. I haven't done anything actually hard because I'm just not that kind of person. I don't know. That was... Did you hear that whistle? Look at that. Gimme fucking... Yeah, bitch! I guess I know what I'm gonna do for the next 3 hours. I already have the mining pet, so I don't need to do this, but I'm contractually obliged to do every shooting star I get just because I want to collect uncut gems. So I'm gonna do that real quick. I grab my full mining set, which you don't need the gloves for, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, fuck it. Grab the crystal pickaxe. Grab this shit. Grab the max cape for the perk. Then you always need... Where's my amulet of glory?
I'm so hungry, I could eat a horse.
You need a charge glory and a good old gem bag. I did this funny thing where I reorganized all this shit so my bank's all out of whack. So that's fun. There we go. Cool. So now, I just mine. Okay. I guess, while I'm doing this, I'm just gonna edit a little bit or some shit. I don't know. But, yeah, this has been... I don't know. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Thank you for listening to my vent sesh, I guess. If you got some shit you want me to talk about, just put it in the comments. Yeah. Alright, thank you, Hater.